Wide for Wells. My name is Jack. I'm your host. So happy to see you guys back. Taking all your feedback into consideration. So the Instagram live hopefully looks a little bit better for joining us on Instagram, but we're also on YouTube as well as Facebook today, which is very, very exciting. And so final lesson, we've talked so much about goal setting. We talked about systems. We talked about anchoring. We've talked about your ideal week. It's time to put everything into practice now. What does it look like to finally go ahead and set those goals? Now, maybe I might surprise you guys a little bit with this because I do want to start by talking with kind of the framework for goal setting. But what I want to talk to you about, and I know I've been talking about this for 8 weeks now, but it's kind of the framework around what kind of goals you're choosing, because that probably is going to be the thing that's the most surprising for all of you. So go ahead down below. I'd just love to hear where you guys are listening from. Like I said, we have a few different streaming platforms that we're going out from today. So just get a wave, hi, hello, what's going on? And what stream are you coming from? Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Or are you on Instagram? I'd love to hear from you guys. So first things first, the framework for goal setting. There's not going to be anything crazy here. Maybe a little bit. This is from Michael Hyatt and Co. And so a little bit different, a twist maybe, if you will, on the SMART framework. And it's going to be a smarter goal setting. So you guys have all heard these before, right? Specific. So being clear about exactly what you're doing, instead of saying get healthier, maybe you're going to say exercise 3 times a week. A lot more specific, and that's great. Number 2, measurable. How do you know whether or not you've been successful? So maybe you can say I'll run 50 kilometers in the next 3 months, maybe is your goal if we're going to go with this running example. Next one is actionable. What is it that you're actually going to do to move yourself forward towards this goal? And in this case, again, the action is just running. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, R, they mix it up a little bit over at Hyatt. R is risky. And so what it means by that is not that you have to run in your bare feet or that you have to run on the side of a highway or something crazy like that. Risky just being that it's a little bit outside your comfort zone. So something that's kind of like, whoa, I kind of get a little nervous just thinking about it because it's so crazy and so new and so exciting. So not to the point where it's totally impossible. Obviously, we want to make sure that we're successful about achieving our goals, but definitely stretch yourself a little bit, because this is something that I found is that we kind of narrow ourselves in with the goals we set on occasion. Oftentimes, the goals that we have for ourselves are a little bit too small. We can actually knock them off once we get clear and intentional and set up our timeline for how we're going to get them done. So being a little bit aggressive, or a little bit bold when you're setting your goals is definitely a good idea. Last one, time bound. And so that's obviously giving yourself that 30-day, 60-day, 90-day timeline, maybe a little bit longer depending on the goal to get things done. So making sure that that's happening. And then the bonus ones, I guess here, the E and the R on smarter is exciting. So is it exciting to you? And that's what I'm going to get into more in a second here when we're done working through this framework, because a lot of us are going to focus on goals. And so I want to share with you guys the idea that it's not all about work-related goals. It has